Hey, what's up, everybody? Brotrio here, and we're doing a really fun video idea we had. We just saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, and
oh boy,
awesome movie, but as spoiler-free as I can make it, because they showed this in the trailer. This video spawned off of one of my thoughts during the movie, because Mothra and Rodan were fighting, and I was just sitting there thinking, well, this is a type advantage. It's a fire against a bug type, and not even trying to relate it to Pokemon. So we had this cool idea where we were gonna give Pokemon typings to Godzilla monsters and make our team of Godzilla monsters.
it's a pretty strong team.
And
it's really OP.
Really fun.
Needless to say, they're all legendaries.
Starting off with 6th on our team is Mecha Godzilla. He's super iconic, so obviously he had to be there. He is Steel Dragon, almost as good as Godzilla, but not quite. And, I mean, he's Mecha Godzilla. He's one of the things you first think of whenever you hear Godzilla.
One of the biggest rivals Godzilla's ever had.
I mean, he's Godzilla with more defense.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's from space, and then he's not, and then he has another third form that's from space and man-made. It's really weird, but Mecha Godzilla is awesome, and he would be a great Steel Dragon. We don't have too many Steel Dragons either, so that would be awesome.
Another one that would be really cool is Rodan. We decided he would be flying fire.
Yeah,
because
kind of obvious.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
He lives in a volcano and he flies.
Yeah.
Same typing as a lot of...
Just a pterodactyl that's on fire.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular typing, I think, but it's a great type.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Talonflame,
especially
that.
like Daniel was saying, he'd be double effect or like 4 times effective on Mothra.
Yeah, Bug just gets it from flying in fire. Plus, I mean, he had to be fire because even in the old movies, when he first gets his fire powers, he's just called Fire Rodan. It's amazing.
And you know he would be using Roost all the time and pissing everybody off.
Definitely.
I think the actual worst movie I've ever enjoyed, I watched at my aunt's house quite a bit, was Godzilla versus King Kong. And it's real dumb, but as a kid, it was so great. And Godzilla fighting King Kong was such a cool idea as a kid. This is before like Screw Attack did Death Battle and all kinds of stuff. When I don't know, King Kong fights like T-Rexes and giant lizards all the time. So Godzilla seemed like a perfect match. Only bad thing was King Kong's size, but they just ignored that, made him huge, and he fell into some electric stuff and got lightning powers, and for some reason, and it was cool. It was a good movie. He shoved a tree down Godzilla's throat, and it was awesome, and he fights more intelligently than Godzilla, and he punches a hell of a lot more than Godzilla, so we decided to give him fighting type. Because the only other thing could have been electric, but we didn't really want to give that electric power that he had one time his entire typing. So we went with fighting because normal wouldn't have been fitting.
Yeah, and he can learn Thunder Punch anyway, so that covers that base.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we had to cover King Kong, mainly because that movie's coming out next year, I think. And I'm really stoked for it because the way they set him up to fight in Skull Island, like picking up all this random crap and using it as weapons against
a boat motor as a flail.
Yeah,
that was incredible.
He picked up that tree and branched it, got all the branches off, and home run hit that friggin' Skull Walker, and hell yeah, got King Kong.
I gotta watch that movie again now. I forgot.
There's a move right there too. Woodhammer.
Yeah, King Kong. He's already set up to be a Pokemon. And he's already set up to square off against Godzilla in 2020, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top.
One of the most iconic monsters Godzilla has ever faced is Mothra. And clearly, this was the inspiration for this video. So we had to think of a good typing for Mothra. And since Mothra's all about like grace and stuff, we thought fairy, clearly bug type also.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a good combo anyway.
Yeah, we were going to give her Bug Electric, because she normally shoots beams out of her antennae and stuff, but fairy just seems like it fits better.
And well, she's pretty much got fairies that are like her little communicators.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because Mothra's benevolent. Mothra's out to save everyone mostly, and she's got these fairies that are tiny to communicate that, and that's where the fairy came in. She's very magically based.
Also, pretty much every movie Mothra has been in the past, she like self-sacrifices herself and heals someone.
Yeah.
Normally, like, I know in the old movie she died and healed Ghidorah back when Godzilla was bad and they were fighting him. So fairy moves there's a lot of fairies going around healing people. So Bug Fairy just definitely seems to hit the mark right on the head for Mothra for us. So yeah, Bug Fairy, great typing for Mothra, Queen of the Monsters.
If there is one kaiju in Toho's stable that can possibly rival Godzilla, it would be King Ghidorah, the electric dragon. Now, my god, King Ghidorah is this all-powerful space dragon, and technically his electricity is called gravity beams, but come on, it's electricity.
It's electricity.
It looks like electricity, moves like electricity.
It acts like electricity.
So it's electricity.
Anyway, that's a pretty cool typing in my opinion. A dragon that moves as fast as an electric type has got to be a force to be reckoned with, which exactly personifies King Ghidorah. He is a force. There's only one time that I can think of that Godzilla's ever beaten him on his own. Most of the time he has help from Rodan or whoever just to take down this monstrosity.
Oh yeah.
King Ghidorah is not one to be trifled with, and there is definitely a good reason he is called the King.
Now our number one spot could only go to one monster, the one true king of the monsters, Godzilla. We were toying around with making him like a water type or a poison type because of the radiation, but no type personifies Godzilla more than just a pure dragon type.
A lot of dragons on this list, but
it's a great team. We're channeling Lance for this, but Godzilla would be a full-on dragon because he is. He would have amazing moves. He'd probably have some specific moves, like it's our list, so let's give him a specific move called Atomic Breath.
Yeah.
And it would be like, Dialga's Time Roar or other legendary specific moves, and it would be like crazily overpowered. Hell, add in poison effect for it or something.
Skull gets to burn people, and that's a lot of moves, so why not Atomic Breath? Yeah, their base is covered there.
And he could have a wide move pool too, because he lives in the water, so you could give him a bunch of water moves. And it's Godzilla. Of course he's a dragon, and of course he's number one in our Pokemon team. He's the one you don't use until it's getting real and you have to have someone to bring it home for you. It's Godzilla every time. He could have vast HP, super good defense, and he would just be probably the best Pokemon there ever was if he was a Pokemon. And that is the idea behind this list, that if Pokemon was a little more adult and more, into the actual monsters of it, not just the pocket part of it, these monsters could be Pokemon. And that was just such a cool idea we had coming out of this movie. And we would love it if there was some crossover in some reality where Godzilla and Pokemon would do this awesome pocket monster mash and make all our dreams come true.
This was a really fun list to make. And please let us know if you'd like to see stuff like this in the future, because we really liked making things into Pokemon that aren't Pokemon and deciding what their types would be. And it's just fun. If you have fun watching it, please let us know in the comments if you'd like to see more like this in the future. It was a blast, and I can't wait to see what other Pokemon types we can throw around in other universes.